Good morning, Amy. We wanted to show you this morning a real simple project for the Thanksgiving holiday. What we're going to be making is this little turkey towel. This guy is very easy to put together, and it's very, very quick. What we're going to do is we're going to take our pattern. It has all of our pattern pieces here, and what you're going to do is you're going to take some fusible web. It's sticky on both sides, and it has paper on both sides, so you're able to lay it on here. You're going to trace out your pattern pieces. When you've got them all traced and labeled, it will help you out with the placement if you label them ahead of time. You cut it out. You do kind of a rough cut this out, and it looks basically like this, so you're not cutting on the lines. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take your piece of fabric. You're going to peel this off of the back, and it's sticky on the back here, and you're going to lay this on the wrong side of your fabric and just kind of press it down a little bit. You're going to take your scissors and then cut out right on the line, and you're going to end up with this. And he has some adhesive on the back, which is wonderful. We don't have to use pins anymore. It just makes life a whole lot easier. What we're going to do then is we're going to peel off the back of our turkey's main body. I've already got the feathers pressed on for you. And when you do these, you can use just little scraps of fabric. They don't have to match. They can be fun patterns. They don't have to be matchy-matchy, so you can use whatever you have. So we've got this peeled off, and we're just going to set it on our feathers just like this. And you can use your pattern as a placement guide to give you an idea, but have fun with it. Put it wherever you would like and kind of play with it a little bit before you press it down. And what we're going to also add is he needs a beak. So we need to put his little piece on here. It's a little tiny piece. And we're just going to place this here and just kind of tap it into place. And when you press these down, we do not iron. Ironing is like this. You don't want to do that. You just want to put your iron down and press. Just for a few seconds. It doesn't take long. And he is basically all fused down. And then you just add the two black buttons for eyes. This little guy has his eyes here. Now you could basically leave him just like this because he is fused down. But you can also go to your sewing machine and just sew a stitch around the finished edges. That gives him a little more dimension. And on my sample, I used a blanket stitch. You could also use some other stitches, but that just gives him a nice look. All right, you just line him up and use kind of a matching thread or a little bit darker so that you can actually see the outline. And you just basically, if you have an open toe foot, that makes it easier so that you can see where you're sewing, and you just slowly go around. And stop and do a little turn. And take your time doing this. There's no rush because you don't want to go too fast and then get off track. So you basically get the idea. You're going to go all around those edges and cover them with whatever stitch that you like. And basically you end up with this little guy. He's all set to be hung up for Thanksgiving.